Hey, Brick, you're back, and I'm back for the next part. Not part Penguins of Madagascar review, but I'm going to talk about an episode of Penguins of Madagascar that I do not like. And this show is something I've loved for years, like SpongeBob and Fairly Odd Parents 1 to 5 or 6, around 6 of Fairly Odd Parents. Season 6 wasn't terrible in my opinion. They had proof, but the plots for yeah, it's like a show I've liked for a lot, like around those two shows. Jim Neutron also, but it's gone now. But like, any fact to I don't remember too much about it. All I remember is I don't remember much about that show at all. I just remember that it's a very interesting. Anyway, let's get on to like what I was going to talk about. So, anyway, Penguins of Madagascar. There's one episode. The whole show, I really don't have any problems with it. There's certain episodes that do cross the line. Like, they have some really weird jokes that should not be in the episode. Okay, some of the show is not bad, but there's some weird things in the show that just out of nowhere happen. That you're kind of like, yeah, they do weird stuff in that show. But, there's one episode of Penguins of Madagascar that I cannot stand. I don't know the name of the episode, but, it's got the Suvius twins in it. The Suvius twins. If you know who I'm talking about, you probably know what episode I'm talking about. It's these two bratty kids or teenagers or whatever that basically harass well, actually I can use the word torture because they torture animals, they hurt animals. This actually is torture. Well, then again, it's a cartoon for kids. They don't go over the top of they don't, but it's still, it doesn't work. I'll tell you what I mean. Basically, it's a parody of Toy Story 1. It's like Toy Story 1 where Sid is abusing the toys. I'll tell you why that works in Toy Story, though. Because Sid does not know the toys are real and sentient. Sid does not know that they have feelings and they can talk and move. It's when Sid finds out that Woody goes and play, so play nice. Yeah, Sid is screaming. He's like, "Oh shit!" And he drops Woody. He's like so traumatized. I love that scene. Teach Sid a lesson. Then again, they're just toys. But if Sid's gonna do that to toys, he might do that to everything. Who knows? But anyway, it's just toys. Even though Sid they're toys. He doesn't know when he finds out they're real. Yeah, he's terrified. So why doesn't it work for Penguins of Madagascar? Because the animals aren't toys. They're actual animals, and well, they're cartoon animals, but they're cartoon human children. They're human children adopting Skipper. I'm talking about this. I don't know the name of this episode, but they adopt Skipper and King Julian, and they basically abuse them, and they make them eat rotten cheese, rotten food, and make them do it's disgusting. It's a bad episode of Penguins of Madagascar because they have a lot of. There's one part where they bribe them with a shiny toy, and they put all this blender and dangerous equipment in the way, and they want them to hurt themselves to get the toy. They treat them like it's a game or something. They want them to get hurt, and they're just the kids are what is this? This is not Penguins of Madagascar comedy that I'd come to the show for, especially a lot of people. Because I went on that YouTube video and there's about 45 dislikes in that episode. Yeah, I can see why. If you know what episode I'm talking about, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's there's even an episode where King Julian flat out vomit. There's even a part of the episode where King Julian vomits on Skipper. You don't see it, but okay, did I really need to hear that? Because he's eating rotten cheese. Because the Subius twins are. So if you eat all this disgusting food, I'll give you this shiny toy. Okay, you kids need to get help. You're not torturing, figurines, with, putting a army man in the light and grabbing a magnifying glass and making it melt. Bart Simpson or more normal things. No, you're using actual animals to abuse them. Or actually the correct word is not so script. This is when you should use the word. Torture them. Because you're actually torturing them. Squidward is not being beat up by SpongeBob. SpongeBob's not going into Squidward's house with an axe, beating him up. He's not tying Squidward up. Okay, the only time I think you can use the word torture for Squidward and I can remember think of one that really makes sense. Is when he's grabbing him from his house, the lodge episode, putting him in a bag, tying it up, taking him outside to the jellyfish fields, pulling his tongue, and making him sting a jellyfish on the... yeah, that is torture. That's torture right there. And maybe making a giant... and putting him... okay, there is some lines, but not every time Squidward gets put down by the world or something happens, it's a cold torture porn. That is so dramatic, and it needs to stop. It really needs to. I'm getting so sick of hearing it. It was funny at the time. I would laugh when you said, "Oh, Kiri." No, it's just annoying now. This whole Squidward, like, this needs to stop. Like, oh my god. Anyway, back to Penguins of Madagascar, Sylvie's Twins, or whatever it's called. They abused their characters, and then they put them in the circus where basically they find out Maurice and all the other characters come to rescue them. So they break into like the vents of their wits mansion or whatever to rescue the Skipper and King Julian. But then they end up getting catched themselves, and they have more in this plane being forced to vomit, like spin around. They got this spanking thing where they actually spank the animals. Like, no, I'm not even kidding you. Whoever made this episode really needs to... like, what were you thinking, really, with this episode? Like, what even were you thinking, though? I don't watch Penguins of Madagascar to see animals get tortured by actual kids. Like, what were you guys thinking of this show, exactly? But anyway, that's the... it's not... near the end of the show, they tie the Sylvia's Twins up, and they get them back by getting that spanking machine, whatever. I don't know what they call it. It's some like, they got like a paddle ball. It's like not paddle ball, but like whatever the hell that sport's called. It's like and they go woo, and they hit them. Yeah, that was, they kind of cut it out at that point, but sure, you can show the animals getting beat up, but if you show the humans getting beat up, that's too much. That's too much. Anyway, it's just, I don't like the episode. I mean, I don't mind slapstick comedy from Itchy and Scratchy. I'm not like Marge Simpson. Like, but it's like they're actual animals that, you know, it's an episode I don't really like that much. Yeah, because it's just too real. Like, Penguins of Madagascar is not about that. If the show is normally like that, no, but it's not. Yeah, there's slapstick in the show with ever animals, but you can come to animals do fight each other in real life. Like, it's more sensible. Now, I don't know, I just think that was just a bad episode, and I just can't stand it. It's just too real for its own good. But that's the episode. I don't like the episode, but the rest of the show I pretty much enjoy. Except the other episode where Skipper becomes a baby. That was uncalled for. He's got the mind of an adult, but he wears a diaper and he's like small. At least they didn't make fun of head injury, like the writers of SpongeBob. Squid Baby. Very low, guys. Very low. That's not something that should be in the show for SpongeBob. Alright, SpongeBob. You know, I can't. I think we're done here. I can't stand what SpongeBob's become today. I'm sorry, guys. It's just... the new episodes, we got good SpongeBob episodes here and there. Like, Season 9 has got back on the right track a little bit. But then we got to Season 12 and 13 where SpongeBob is now eating toys, like, in the lighthouse and going... like, you know, he doesn't even have a brain, I don't think, anymore. He's got no bones. I don't know, like, but that's my review of Penguins of Madagascar. I hope you enjoyed that episode I don't like, and my review of the show entirely. If you didn't watch that, it's a video behind this I just made. It's not on right now, but I'm going to put them both on together. Plus, a Larry Boy Bad Apple Disc Swap Glitch. I have 3 videos that are on my channel. So, I do got more glitch videos planned for Bikini Bottom, and I'm even working on a Battle for Bikini Bottom mod, actually, right now. Yeah, I actually am. It's not a groundbreaking, like, new love, but I'm taking the normal game and changing it a little bit and stuff, like making it play a little differently. I even learned how to edit some of the game and stuff, how to move characters into different, like, yeah, it's pretty interesting. So, hope you enjoy that when that comes out, which will be probably next week. I'm still working on the mod, by the way. I've been doing it for 2 weeks now. I've done every level, but I haven't finished the kinks. I'm trying to make it look a little more like, yeah, it's not really, it's more of a silly mod what I'm doing right now, but it's to make the game a little different. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Bye, guys. Thanks for watching, guys. Comment, subscribe, and share this video with your friends, and until next video, have a good day or night. Bye, guys.